So, as a continuation of where I stopped last week, I want to speak to us today on some of the causes of sexual arousal disorder. Now, they're grouped into anatomical causes, we have hormonal causes, and we have psychological causes, and we have others. So, for the anatomical causes, it has to do with when there is any damage to the anatomy of the reproductive system, whether for the males or for the females, or when there is a nerve damage to the nerves that supply the anatomical structures. Let's say, for instance, somebody that has a spinal cord injury and there's a damage to the nerve of the back, find out that the person may not be able to walk, and as such as well, it's the same nerve that supplies all those activities of walking and all whatnot. Is the same that also helps with erection and ejaculation and what have you. The same with women. So when there is a spinal cord injury, the person will find it very difficult to achieve erection or to even be aroused with respect to sex. Then when there is an infection of that area as well, this is one of the causes of a decreased arousal. Then for the hormonals, like I said in some of my earlier videos, the major hormone that helps to stimulate sex is testosterone. You get for the males and estrogen for the females. So if anyone is having an issue with these hormones, the person may not be able to achieve arousal. So some of the things that can lead to that is we have menopause, women that have undergone menopause, as marked decrease in hormones. We have those that have there are many causes of decreased testosterone. There are many of them. So once the testosterone is decreased, the person may not be in the mood for sex. Then some ladies that take hormonal contraceptive pills. Now, one of the side effects that we know is low libido and low sexual arousal. So these things, they alter your hormones and you may not be able to achieve arousal, as the case may be. Then from there, we'll move over to the next group that we'll call the psychological causes. Now, this is one of the commonest causes we have. Now, when it comes to psychology, there are a lot of things that can affect your psyche, and when your psyche is affected, you find out that you may not really have interest, not just in sex, but for other things. For instance, a patient that is depressed, when somebody is depressed, you find out the person has little or no interest in anything. Even all the whole pleasurable activities that he used to derive pleasure from, you find out the person loses interest in all those things. So depression is one. Then anxiety, when somebody is so anxious, person may not be aroused. And anxiety as well is also one of the causes of premature ejaculation as well. So I'll also speak to that later. Then we have things like low self-esteem. You find those you have some fat people that people have insulted a lot, and as a result of that, they have low self-esteem. Some people that have body dysmorphia, these things, it kind of affects them. Then we'll have, for others, we have things like drugs, we have chronic infection like diabetes as well, can lead